For this culture shock video, I wanted to talk about Etiquette 101. Or for any of you who live in China, or those of you who haven't been in China, there's some things that we need to get straight. So now, for some people who've never been to a foreign country, it might be a little bit difficult at first. It might be very hard for you to adjust to these small little things that just don't make any sense. I mean, carrying around your own tissues? Fine. I'm not gonna go and ask the person in the stall right next door to me to give me a tissue. No, I will not. But other things, you know, might be a little bit above that might take some time to get used to. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that we have on our list is public pissing. So peeing anywhere that you can. Literally any way that you guys can think of, you will see someone peeing in public. Actually, twice in the same exact week, I saw two different people peeing in two different public places. Now, the first was a female. Generally, you would think that it would be guys, you know, because it's more easy, kind of more efficient for them to just whip it out and take a piss. I mean, come on now. But for girls, come on, you have to go to a bathroom, kind of, just a little bit. So I was sitting in the park, all by myself, minding my own business, when I turned my head to the left. And then I saw this woman, who seemed normal, you know, looked away. I looked back again, she's standing up with her butt hanging out, and there's just piss coming out. And I was like, oh my god, we're in a public park. What the heck is going on right now? And so, you know, the first instinct is like, look away, but then you want to look back because you're so curious about what's going on. It was mind-boggling. I didn't understand how she didn't see any of this as wrong. Granted, right, it was a park where there are benches here, there are a bunch of bushes here, and more benches over there. So at least she was behind the bushes. But when there are other people around, could you be a little considerate? I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying. There are bathrooms everywhere. They literally have public toilets in China. I'm not even kidding. Like in Europe, you know, you have to go to the bathroom, you gotta pay 50 cents. In China, they're free. Anyways, I was leaving school, okay? This was not even like in a park or somewhere, you know, people... So I'm walking down the stairs out of the school, and then this guy starts itching his pants, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't even know why I looked at him, and then that was like, I saw that, but I did. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, don't tell me he's gonna take a piss right now. Like, literally in front of the school where hundreds of kids, middle schoolers and high schoolers, walk out every single day. And I don't even know if this guy was like a parent or what the hell he was. Basically, I'm walking, and then he starts unzipping, and then he starts peeing in the bushes right in front of the school. No words. I really don't know what to say. I mean, there are public bathrooms everywhere, any and everywhere. He could have went in the school to take a piss. I mean, it's a school, for goodness sakes. They're not going to deny it. And so that's the first lesson in etiquette. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing on my list. So we established public peeing, you know, something that China may want to change in the future. I don't know. It's kind of interesting and fun for me to see and talk about here, but can't say that I would do the same. Okay, so the next thing on my list is about...
What's the next thing on my list? I have completely...
Imagine this, right? We're sitting at a table, eating lunch, and we ordered fish. Okay. I'm eating my fish, you know, using my chopsticks. They don't eat with their hands here, thank God. I mean, just kidding. I actually want to try eating. I digress, okay? It was a joke. Relax. And so, eating my fish, and then, oh, I came across a bone. I'm gonna pull it out of my mouth and put it on the table, or use my napkin to take it out of my mouth. What do they do in China? Okay, I got a bone. Ooh, this is a tough bone. I can't eat this. I can't swallow it. Pooh! And they just spit it out! So I was eating lunch today with some of the other teachers, And I literally was amazed because she was eating fish, you know, eating whatever, and then whatever part of the thing you can't eat, she just spits it right out. And this isn't the first time that I've eaten with her, okay? It's just, I don't understand. I mean, you know, I guess if you grew up in a culture where spitting is a-okay, anywhere, any time of the day, it would make sense that you could spit out the food that you just ate. Which brings me to the next thing on the list, which is basically spitting in public, and not only just spitting, but this noise. This sound that I hear in my sleep right before I'm going to bed. It's like, it's not like that. It's like you need to have snot in order for it to sound, but it's just like, and then they spit out loogies all the time, everywhere. It doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. Like, sometimes I'm walking down the street and then you see, like, you know, a very nice looking girl, she's all dressed up, and then you just hear, and they just start spitting, and it's like, oh, well, that just completely ruined the image. Yeah. And so, I mean, you know, that's their cultural preference. My grandmother is Japanese, and I kind of grew up with her doing that. So that wasn't completely off-putting, but like hearing it all the time to a certain extent can kind of really turn you off to just spitting in general. But that's just me, you know. So I don't know if you're into the whole spitting thing, but yeah. So what do we have on the list? Public peeing, spitting out food on the table, and lastly, or third, or whatever, number 3 was spitting in public and that sound, the loogie noise. Okay, so initially I had 4 things of etiquette that I wanted to talk about in this video, but I can't seem to remember the last thing that I thought of, so I'll have to get back to you guys on that. But I hope you enjoyed this culture shock series about 3 things of etiquette that are completely different from my culture, I guess, back home in the United States, and how things are done in China. And I hope you guys are a little bit more cognizant of things to expect. And for those of you who live here, what do you guys think about these cultural differences? And have you ever encountered them yourself? Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, like this video, and that's a wrap. What's number 1? For those of you who, public, defecating, public peeing. And finally, we have got